Hi guys, it's Monique again. So, if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know we've been struggling a lot with ear infections for little Z. The last couple months have been really difficult in that area. It's been really putting the brakes on a lot of our programming because just when I think he's getting better, he gets another ear infection. And so this all started last year. We had some really bad ear infections, caused a lot of aggression and just a lot of regression as well. And we got rid of them, but we were having a lot of after pains. And I talked about it in past videos that we saw the chiropractor, and he's really helped with a lot of that. Now, starting in March, we had a few ear infections between then, but we had them under control. Now, starting in March, he developed another ear infection. And because COVID-19 was going around, it hadn't really hit our area yet by that point at the beginning of March, but they were being cautious about it. And of course, Z developed a fever and a cough. So nobody would see us. And it took me 12 hours of trying to get through. And we finally got through and got him seen at Children's. It was an ordeal. And then after that prescription wore off, he developed a fever again. And so by then the doctors were doing phone consults, so we had another appointment. And he was prescribed an antibiotic that did nothing. Didn't help at all. So then I finally insisted that the doctor see him. So the doctor sees him, definitely an ear infection. At this point, he's got an outer ear infection as well. So we get another prescription. And that one helps a bit. Then after being off the prescription, fever comes back, ear pains, and he's specifying what's going on. So another prescription. And now he was doing really well. And I thought we had been several days without a fever, and he developed yet another fever. And he's specifying which ear hurts, and we're still actively getting him adjusted, and it's definitely treating the pain. His chiropractor says it's because he's got, subluxation in his spine. I agree that that's contributing. It's just not, I don't know. I feel like there's more, and I feel like he needs to be seen by an ENT. Problem is, in Canada, or at least in Winnipeg, it's before COVID-19, it was a 7 to 9 month, maybe 12-month wait. And one of the antibiotics, like I said, he was resistant to. So we're already developing antibiotic resistance, which is really frustrating. Especially, I'm more of a natural, I prefer to let the body do what it needs to do. But when it comes to his ears, he can go bad fast. So we tend to do the antibiotics, and it's just not helping. And so I started looking into bringing him to the States and maybe having him seen by a specialist there, because now we're looking at 12 to 18 months with COVID-19 slowing everything down here. But the borders are closed. I'm still waiting for a quote, but I don't think we're going to go that route. It's probably going to be too expensive. But if worse comes to worse, I want to have that as an option. And if we have to take a loan to get it done, we got to take a loan to have it done. That being said, today we got in contact with a nurse practitioner who is kind of a bit holistic, it seems. And so she was really on board with our chiropractic visits, our NAET visits, our using herbs and supplements. She was really on board with that. And when basically a family friend of ours called, and even though she's not taking patients, asked if she would see Z, and she agreed, which we are so grateful for. And so she's wondering if it's something now that he's grown, because usually at this age kids are outgrowing ear infections. They're not developing them at the rate Z is. And so we're wondering if during one of his growth spurts, if now his tonsils are too big, or if his adenoids are causing trouble, or if there's something putting pressure on the tubes in his ears. So she's got a lot of ideas to look for that his current doctor hasn't exhausted yet. So we are going there on Friday. Our current doctor had written us a prescription for a month of antibiotics, and I was really uncomfortable with that. I feel like I hate giving antibiotics to start off with. He's developing resistance to antibiotics, and we kind of don't know where to go from there. But like, I felt basically, I guess his mentality was we're going to do this month round of antibiotics, and if it didn't help, maybe he could push him with the ears, nose, and throat specialist, kind of saying like, look, we've done what we can. We need to see. But I was really, my mama gut was telling me that that's not the route to go. We are doing food intolerance testing. When I spoke to the nurse practitioner, she wasn't sure if that was what was causing the problem with Z, because he had no runny nose, no skin issues, none of the no breathing issues, none of that stuff. It was just fever and ear infection or ear irritation. So yeah, we've decided to put the antibiotics on hold. The nurse practitioner wants us to give him Advil, which is anti-inflammatory. Give it to him every 6 to 8 hours and come see her on Friday. Today is Tuesday. If we start noticing the infection is getting worse, then to start the antibiotics. But right now, she says a lot of kids, the infections will correct themselves. And so she wants to see him on Friday and to kind of explore some of the other options. So that's where we stand with all these nasty ear infections. And so fingers crossed. I will keep you guys posted on what happens on Friday, and hopefully we can get some answers, because right now it's really frustrating. It is, we feel like we're like getting better. I'm like, okay, I get his program set up, and he just crashes and burns. Today, even though he had this fever, it wasn't as high as it can be, and he was in fairly good spirits. So we still, the last 2 days, have been doing masking, not to our full extent of masking, but we've still been doing masking, and he's been wanting to do his brachiation. So he's having a lot of fun doing monkey bars. Obviously, when he's having some of his times where his ears are bothering him more, it seems like he's fine 1 minute and then he just crashes. So when he's in one of those fine moments, we're doing those monkey bars. So, and we are doing a lot of reading, tons of reading. So anyhow, I will keep you guys posted on our yucky, terrible, not so good ear infection journey. So thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my blog at www.earlylearningmom.com, and I'll see you guys next time.